Hello everyone, good to see you this Friday afternoon, and boy has it been a gloomy one. We're still watching that upper level low kind of continue to make its way through the Carolinas throughout this afternoon and also into the evening. That's going to be the weather impact with some heavy rain that's going to kind of be off and on with that upper level low, continuing to continue to work clockwise throughout the area, bringing multiple rounds of solid rainfall across the area, sometimes heavy at times, could even include some small hail, but overall the severe threat is going to be low heading into this afternoon and into the evening. What I need you to do is make sure you have the WFMY radar app ready to go and keep the rain gear close by throughout the day today as we continue to kind of track this system. A look at the satellite and radar for right now. You can see that cyclonic rotation here with this upper level low continuing to push into the Carolinas for us here in the Triad. Still seeing some heavier outer bands and even in portions of Virginia where some heavier bands you can see in those darker colors like yellow and also orange and also red with the higher reflectivities indicating some higher rain rates across the area. Let's zoom in a little bit. Boy, we've been seeing the clouds throughout the day today, and you can see right now on the satellite and radar still seeing some showers still stretching across the Triad here in Forsyth County, Yadkin, also in Guilford County where we've been seeing a couple of downpours as well. So let's zoom in on those. Right here in northern Guilford County, you can see that the rain has gotten a little bit heavier across the area. Same thing for Alamance as well. Some isolated showers, maybe even a storm or two going to be possible, especially toward our east where there is a little bit higher of a severe threat. But for us in the Triad, I'm only expecting mainly just rainfall. And if we do see hail and some isolated storms, going to be very small if at that. But some of them are certainly going to pack a punch in terms of heavy downpours across the area. In fact, on my way to work here just within the last several hours, some people were also hydroplaning along the roads. We've seen a little over half an inch so far today, but that on top of the over inch and a half that we saw earlier this week on Monday is a lot of rain in a short span of time. A closer look at Alamance County here just toward the southeast of Burlington. You can see that higher reflectivity right here with some isolated showers kind of coming in a little bit heavier at times. So please be careful while you're on the roads and also make sure you're looking for ponding while along the roads. It really doesn't take much to hydroplane. A look right now at the drought status. This was issued just yesterday and it has improved just a little bit. You can see the majority of the Triad is in that minor D0 category, meaning yellow. This is a level 0 out of 4 or a level 1 out of 5. That means that we are just abnormally dry as of right now across the area. Worsened conditions toward our south and well to our west. So a lot of areas been in much need of some much needed regions have in need of some rainfall across the area, but we have been getting it and we're going to continue to get it throughout the day today. A look right now at the severe storm risk right along our coastline. Again, it's a 1 out of 5. Not much of the Triad included in this. It's also for portions of northern Florida, like right here in Jacksonville, due to the threat of possibly seeing an isolated severe storm or two. Again, this is well toward our east. It's mainly for the coastline, and that continues with the tornado risk. Again, I'm not expecting anything like that here in the Triad. It's going to be well toward our east, right along the coastline, and for some portions of central North Carolina. But remember, here's the Triad. We have some space between us and that tornado threat. Most of that threat is going to stay well to the east, as is that flash flooding risk. It's at a 1 out of 4 currently toward our east and portions right along the border between Virginia and North Carolina. I kind of showed you just in the last couple of minutes what the radar looked like, and you saw those downpours kind of continuing to move along the North Carolina and Virginia border. And this is why the Weather Prediction Center has issued that level 1 out of 4 due to heavy rainfall, bringing that flash flooding risk right along the border there heading into the night tonight. So across the area so far today, again, it has been a gloomy one, and boy, it's wet and it's also just very cool outside, right? We're in the 50s today. Rainfall so far today, a little bit over half an inch in Greensboro. And as I show you this, some areas are going to have much more than others due to some isolated storms, that dump a little bit more in a shorter amount of time. So Winston-Salem here almost at 0.4 inches. Not seeing much in Lexington. Salisbury creeping up to around 1/4 of an inch, a couple hundredths of an inch in Albemarle, up to around half an inch there in Sanford, and coming up on half an inch there in Raleigh-Durham Airport. Look at the rainfall yesterday across the area. Doesn't want to populate with those colors, but that's okay because we have the numbers here. Charlotte almost up to an inch or so. For us in the Triad, 0.3 inches, 0.21 there in Danville, and almost half an inch here in Raleigh. And it's been a lot these last 24 hours with the rainfall kind of coming in, and it's going to continue to come down throughout the night tonight. So just make sure you're being careful heading into yesterday. We had some nice rainfall, but afterward we saw this double rainbow across the triad. Look how beautiful this is, sent in by Dawn Everly. And you know what? Usually there is always a second rainbow. It's just a matter of whether or not it is visible to the eye. So that's something to also keep in mind if you're looking for a rainbow heading into this evening. Greensboro right now, we saw the time lapse, lots and lots of rainfall right there on the camera. And you can see as of right now, still lots of gray clouds kind of sitting over the area. And heading into the night tonight, although the rain is going to stop into early tomorrow morning, I am expecting those clouds to kind of stick around over the area. We're going to be a little bit breezy, still going to be a little bit cooler heading into the day on Saturday. Heading into this morning, we still saw lots of low-level clouds for Winston-Salem. Hey, a little bit of rainfall across the area. It's been a dreary one. Here's 135 here on the Winston-Salem sky cam. Still lots of gray clouds, very low hanging here. Some stratiform clouds right here on the sky cam. Right now in Greensboro, we're currently sitting in the lower 50s. I really don't expect us to get much warmer than that these next couple of hours. At best, middle 50s, maybe upper 50s if some places are able to get a peak of sunshine or two. We have some winds bringing in that cooler air out of the northwest around 5 miles per hour. A look at Burlington right now, still lots of raindrops right here on the sky cam, lower 50s. Winds are out of the north around 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's just a pretty cold and gloomy day across the area. Same thing for High Point. You can see these gray clouds. They look like storm clouds, and we could see an isolated storm or two heading into this evening again, but the severe level threat is going to remain low for us. It is more elevated as you head out toward our east. Right now we're still in the lower 50s across the region. 51 in Greensboro, 52 in Burlington and in Reedsville, 52 also in Yanceyville, 54 in High Point. A little bit warmer to our south though, 61 in Troy, where they're getting a little bit more sunshine well to our south. Also in Pinehurst, sitting at 64 degrees right now. So here's a look at the futurecast. This is what you can expect heading into the next several hours. Again, isolated showers, could see an embedded storm or two across the area. Majority of this is going to be gone heading into early tomorrow morning, but I am expecting some clouds to kind of stick around throughout the day, which is going to kind of inhibit those temperatures to be growing higher than we are expecting. I'm expecting mid to upper 50s at best into tomorrow, still a little bit warmer than today, but hey, going to be a little bit breezy behind this upper level low pushing into the area, perhaps even an isolated shower or two. But by the time we're into Sunday, we're going to be seeing some big changes. Lots and lots of sunshine is on the way. Smiling because I am excited for that. This kind of doom and gloom forecast is not for me. At least when I woke up today, just wanted to go right back to bed. So heading into this evening, again, scattered showers going to be possible. We're still going to be in the middle 50s with this upper level low, kind of keeping those clouds and that rain over us into the night tonight. Early into tomorrow morning, falling right back into the lower 40s. A cool way to start off your Saturday, mid to upper 50s at best for the afternoon. Still lots of clouds across the area. Sunshine is coming heading into the evening, with an isolated shower or two possible in some spots as the front continues to kind of push away from the area. Now, in terms of what we've already seen across the area, I told you just this past Monday we saw over 1.5 inches of rainfall, which is the most we had seen in over 6 months, right? Well, today we've already seen up to around 1/2 inch, a little over that. And you know what? We're also predicting more than that, more so just in the next 24 hours or so from the same system. So we're going to be seeing up to around 1/2 inch, around 1/4 inch, up to around 1/2 inch, in addition to what we've already seen across the area from now and through tomorrow morning. So that means that we're going to see a lot of ponding alongside the roads, and there could be a lot of hydroplaning. So please make sure you're being careful while you're out on the roadways, or even just if you're out walking as well. There's going to be a lot of puddles to look out for. So we're going to be in the 50s throughout the day today. Feels a little bit more like winter rather than spring, right? But spring is going to return here. Heading into the day on Saturday, a little bit more breezy. Sunshine starts to return, although it starts a little bit more overcast. We're going to be in the mid to upper 50s with that isolated shower chance. Then by the time we're into Sunday, we're starting to dry out, a lot less windy, and we're going to be much warmer. I'm expecting us to be in the mid to upper 60s across the area, starting to see that with spring weather kind of return to the triad. I look at the futurecast into the night tonight. Here goes that system moving offshore by around 8 or 9 o'clock, but the clouds continuing to move behind it with that cyclonic rotation. Again, we could see that kind of continue into the day on Saturday with an isolated shower or two coming in from the north, but high pressure is going to work to keep us nice and dry by the time we're into Sunday. This clockwise rotation is also going to work to start bringing in some warmer air by the time we're into Sunday as well. Hence why we're going to go from the 50s back into the upper 60s for the afternoon. A look at highest wind gusts so far today. We've seen around 18 miles per hour in Winston-Salem, and over here in the foothills and even in the mountains between 20 to 25 miles per hour. Not too bad. Into tomorrow I'm expecting around 15 to 20 mile per hour wind gusts as well, but overall not too bad. Could get a little bit gusty in some of these isolated storms across the area, but as strong as they are, again, the severe level threat is going to be low. If we are able to see some of that mixing all the way down to the surface with those stronger storms, we could see some gusts up to around 40 miles per hour or so, but that's in some of the stronger storms. A look at future wind gusts across the region into tomorrow. I'm still going to be seeing those gusts between 15 to 25 miles per hour heading into Saturday. Sunday starting to become a little bit less windy across the region. A look at the longer range forecast heading into the weekend. Starting to dry out across the area and also through early next week. Perhaps an isolated shower or two by midweek, but I'm not seeing any big major systems here within the next 7 days or so, despite this one that we are continuing to keep an eye on right now. A look at the satellite and radar for right now. Let's zoom in just a little bit. You can see those rain continuing to come down here in portions of Guilford County and Alamance County. Up to around half an inch or so, again, is expected, in addition to what we've already seen across the area. Next 12 hours, we're going to be staying actually in the 50s with those rain chances slowly beginning to dwindle down, especially as we head into early tomorrow morning. And again, this is one last look at what today is. On and off scattered showers, thunder, and even some small hail is going to be possible. The next couple of days, we're going to start to warm up. Sunday, mid to upper 60s. And what if I told you Monday, we're going to be back in the lower 80s. One quick look at our traffic here, and then I will let you go. Across here in Guilford County, I've seen a couple of current traffic roadblocks that we've seen across the area. One crash here that was just reported just not too long ago. This accident had one lane blocked due to a crash on I-840 westbound at exit 3BA on 173. There's also looking at another accident right here on a crash on I-73. So this is southbound on exit 103A. You just want to make sure you're being extra careful while you're on the roadways. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for hydroplaning and also and accidents due to the amount of rain that is kind of continuing to come in across the area. Over here in Forsyth County, we're also looking at a crash and another hazard across the region. So just make sure you're being careful. One last quick look at your 7-day forecast, and then I will be letting you go into tomorrow. We are starting to clear out, nice and breezy. We're back in the mid to upper 50s, slowly starting to warm up by the time we're into Sunday, mid to upper 60s. And hey, what if I told you we're going to be in the lower 80s early next week? Lots of sunshine and overnight lows warming back into the 50s by Tuesday. Lower 70s, nice and comfortable, still in the 60s. Some isolated shower chances not coming until later on next week.